Welcome back everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most iconic names in the luxury SUV world, the 2026 Cadillac Escalade, and I promise you this review is not just about the specs, the numbers, or the features you've already seen splashed across glossy brochures, because the Escalade is more than a car. It's a cultural symbol, a status statement, a rolling mansion on wheels that has been reinvented over decades to keep its throne as the ultimate American luxury SUV. And for 2026 Cadillac has gone above and beyond, turning the Escalade into something that almost feels futuristic while still holding onto that bold American heritage that makes people turn their heads whenever one rolls by. So sit tight because I'm going to take you through the design, performance, technology, luxury, the shocking hidden details, and yes, some big twists including the price that will blow your mind. But I'll save that for later in the review because I want you to really feel the journey of this machine before we get to the part that most people only skim. And if you think you know what to expect from the Escalade, think again, because Cadillac has changed the game in ways you wouldn't believe. Let's start with the first impression, because design has always been a make-or-break factor for the Escalade, and Cadillac knows that in this league of giants, where the Range Rover, the Lincoln Navigator, the Mercedes GLS, and even the Rolls-Royce Cullinan are eyeing the same crowd. You need a design that's instantly recognizable, and the 2026 Escalade absolutely nails it, with sharper lines, a more aerodynamic body that doesn't compromise on presence, and a front grille so commanding that it looks like a skyscraper in chrome. Yet what's shocking is Cadillac didn't just stick with the chrome overload this time. They've introduced a darker, sleeker, almost futuristic option that makes the Escalade look like a stealth spaceship on the road. And when the new vertical light signature comes alive with OLED technology, you immediately know you're looking at an Escalade, not just another SUV, and that's the point. This thing doesn't blend in, it dominates. Now when you step inside, oh yes, the interior, it's almost unfair to call it just an interior because Cadillac has created what feels like a luxury lounge in motion. And while I'll keep this part short because I know you're here for the performance and secrets, you can't ignore the fact that every inch of the cabin screams opulence. From the hand-stitched leather that feels like it belongs in a Bentley, to the massive curved OLED display that wraps across the dashboard with clarity sharper than any smartphone, to the AKG Studio reference sound system that literally places you in the middle of a concert hall. And for the first time, Cadillac is introducing an augmented reality heads-up display that projects navigation directly onto the road in your line of sight, which is both futuristic and surprisingly useful. But wait until you hear what they've done under the hood. This is where Cadillac drops the bombshell, because the 2026 Escalade isn't just about V8 muscle anymore. Although yes, the legendary 6.2L V8 is still alive and kicking with over 430 horsepower and that signature roar that makes you feel like you own the asphalt. But here's the twist. Cadillac has introduced an all-new hybrid and a fully electric variant under the Escalade IQ badge. And this is where things get crazy, because the Escalade IQ delivers up to 750 horsepower in its dual-motor electric setup, making it not only the most powerful Escalade ever built but also one of the fastest full-size SUVs on the planet. And when you realize this beast can sprint from 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds, your jaw drops, because this isn't a sports car, it's a three-row luxury SUV the size of a house, and yet it moves like a predator on the hunt. And if you're thinking electric means compromise, Cadillac is here to prove you wrong with a shocking range of nearly 500 miles on a single charge thanks to its massive Ultium battery pack, putting it ahead of rivals who are still struggling to break the 400-mile barrier. And yes, it supports ultra-fast DC charging that can give you 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes, so road trips won't be a nightmare anymore. But here's another twist that will keep you glued. Cadillac has introduced what they call Magnetic Ride Control 5.0, and this is the kind of suspension technology that reads the road 1,000 times per second and adjusts the damping instantly, meaning the Escalade can glide like a luxury sedan on rough city streets but transform into a corner-hugging beast when you push it on winding roads. And combined with rear-wheel steering, this massive SUV suddenly feels smaller than it really is, making parking and maneuvering through tight spots surprisingly effortless. And you know what that means. Luxury doesn't have to sacrifice practicality anymore. But luxury is more than leather seats and horsepower, it's also about technology that makes life easier. And Cadillac has gone all in on semi-autonomous driving with Super Cruise, which is now more advanced than ever, allowing true hands-free driving across more than 750,000 miles of compatible highways in North America. And the 2026 model even allows automated lane changes and highway merging, so you can literally sit back and let the Escalade do the heavy lifting on long drives, and trust me when I say once you try this, you'll never want to go back. But wait, let's talk about something people rarely mention in Escalade reviews, the space and flexibility, because families don't just buy this SUV for show, they buy it because it delivers, and the 2026 Escalade takes that to new levels with the longest wheelbase in its class, giving you cavernous room in all three rows. Yes, even the third row is comfortable for adults, and behind it you still get cargo space that makes most SUVs look tiny. And if that's not enough, the Escalade ESV long wheelbase version takes it further, basically turning the rear into a luxury cargo jet on wheels. Now let's add the twist you've been waiting for, the price. You probably expect the Escalade to cost a fortune, and you're right, but here's the shocker. Cadillac has priced the base model starting at just around $84,000, which sounds high until you realize it undercuts many rivals that don't even come close in terms of presence or technology. But as you climb the trims and especially when you go for the Escalade IQ electric model with all options, you're staring at a price tag north of $150,000, pushing it into Bentley territory. But here's the kicker, people will still buy it, because the Escalade isn't just a car, it's a statement, and if you want to stand out in today's world of cookie-cutter luxury SUVs, this is how you do it. And here's another detail that your competitor probably won't tell you. Cadillac has built the 2026 Escalade with future-proofing in mind, meaning over-the-air software updates will constantly improve the performance, range, and even add new features down the line, so the Escalade you buy today won't be outdated tomorrow, and in the world of luxury, that's a game changer. Now think about this, when celebrities, athletes, and politicians choose a luxury SUV, 9 times out of 10 it's the Escalade, and that's not by accident, it's because this machine has a presence that no other SUV can replicate, and in 2026, Cadillac has doubled down on that legacy while launching it into the future, giving you power, presence, luxury, and technology all wrapped into one colossal package. So here's my final thought. The 2026 Cadillac Escalade is not just the king of American luxury SUVs, it's now a global contender that can stand toe-to-toe with the best Europe has to offer, while still staying true to its bold American identity. And if you've ever doubted whether Cadillac still knows how to innovate, the Escalade is your answer, and if you've stayed with me this long, you deserve to know the full truth. This SUV is not just impressive, it's shocking. And if you're in the market for a luxury SUV in 2026, skipping the Escalade would be like skipping the main act at a concert, you'd be missing the point entirely. So, what do you think? Does the 2026 Escalade deserve its crown, or is it time for another SUV to take the throne? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe to What Wheel for more reviews that go beyond the surface, because trust me, the cars coming up next will surprise you even more.